that stuff cuts like butter, man. That's nice. Hey guys, I'm Evan. Welcome back to Country View Acres. So today I'm going to do some more modifications to the Heston PT10, our hay mower that we use. And I ended up buying a 3x3 sheet of rubber sheeting. This is neoprene, I believe. It's 3/16 thick, so it's almost a 1/4 inch thick. And hopefully this will cover up a few spots and we won't build up a bunch of hay and grass up underneath the machine. That's what we're trying to prevent. So we get grass and stuff sitting on top of this deflector, so to fill up this void, I think we can put a piece of rubber here and it will curl over and help funnel the hay out the back of the machine. I think that's going to work just like that. Okay. Well, hopefully that's going to block that grass from getting in there. Just got to do that to the other side. So the strips I'm cutting end up being like 6 inches wide and 36 inches long. Hopefully that fixes it. So the next thing I need to do is I need to take this deflector and I need to lengthen it. It needs to come out a little bit farther. And also the top of this needs to like roll down a little bit so that it pushes the grass under instead of it shooting on top of the machine. You can see how this one over here I made, how it does that. It kind of deflects it down and under. So the question is, can I fix that problem with just cutting out a piece of rubber and get to the right shape? I think it's worth at least a try. Yep. So I'm going to cut a 14 by 14 inch piece here. And we'll see if it works. That one just broke. I don't think that this is going to be rigid enough to work. So, good idea, but I think I'm going to have to bend sheet metal. Well, let's go over to the other barn. Let's see if we can find something to salvage. So this here is a piece of roofing off of my house. Can't really tell it. It's so covered in dust. But that's what I made the last one out of. We'll see if I can cut a piece out of this. All right, there it is. It's got a plastic covering on it. I don't know if it's gonna peel off after this many years. It's been like 6 years. I don't know about you guys, but I always seem to not have any pencils. I don't know where they go, but I never can find them. All right, I just finished it. So here's the new deflector that's going to go on. I just made it out of steel roofing. I measured it. It seems to be about 24 gauge steel. Really easy to work with, but it's stiff enough to do this. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to bolt this in here. We'll see how it looks. Boy, it feels like July again, man. It is hot. Luckily, in 2 days, it's going to cool back down again. All right, there's the new deflector bolted in. This is plastic. That's supposed to protect the roofing and it won't peel off. It's been on there so long. So keep in mind, right now the mower is in the up position. So this is going to look totally different once the cutter is down. So let's go ahead. We'll hook up the tractor, see how it looks that way. All right, now we're in the down position, and you can see this is way better. It's actually underneath here, so the grass should go that way. Hopefully don't go on top. I've got everything hooked up. It's all greased up. It's ready to go. So let's head out to the field. We're gonna go ahead and try to cut the rest of that Sorghum Sudan grass. All right, we got all the Sorghum Sudan cut. The next thing over, that is millet over there. It's full of weeds. It didn't do well. And we ended up cutting a total of 9 strips. And the other day when I did this for the first time, I only had 3 strips. So I've got 3 times as much here that I need to try to bale up tomorrow. So as we look at the mower, of course, it's still got stuff on the top, but I don't know if it was as bad as the other day. We still got some stuff underneath. It's just right here at the back on this side. And then pretty much the same over here. It's just right at the very back of the diverter isn't caught. So the other day, I think I cleaned this off twice in the 3 strips that I cut. I haven't cleaned it off at all today. So I do think it's a little bit better. And I really think this Sorghum Sudan grass being as thick and stiff as it is, I think it's worse on getting on top of this. I mean, we're not going to find out until we actually cut normal grass hay to find out how it reacts, but I just think this is kind of worst case scenario. So the hay mower, it's still not perfect, but I think it's an improvement over how it was the other day. So today is a miserably hot day. It's probably one of the hottest days we've had all summer, at least in the top 10, maybe top 5. It feels like 104 degrees outside right now. It is miserable. So I'm gonna go ahead. I've got some work to do in the workshop, so let's go in there, kick the air conditioner on, and at least chill out for a little bit while we do the next job. So I've had these pipes in here for like 3 or 4 weeks probably, waiting for me to come in and paint them. And today, it's gonna be a good day for that. I went ahead and I changed my shirt, put an older shirt on just in case I got paint on me. So these pipes are already primered. It's a rusty metal primer. It's got like a brown color to it. This is the final coat of black, and these are for our fence. And now that we're pounding the posts in the ground and we are not welding them and bolting them together, the painting is definitely the worst part of the whole thing, at least for the fence posts. I don't know about you, but painting is probably one of the things that I despise the most. I don't have the patience for it, I don't think. All right, I grabbed a few more pipes. I need a total of at least 7 painted to finish the fence we were working on the other day. All right, I think I'm done. So now after I've got all these pipes painted up, I don't know if it's the painting part that I hate. I think it's the next step, and that is the cleanup. I hate having to, clean up the paint cup, the brushes, the paint can. If you're using a sprayer, clean it up. I don't know whether it's worth the time, effort, like the solvent that you use, because you go through quite a bit of solvent just trying to clean it up. I kind of wonder if I ought to go to like a pure throwaway brush, throwaway cup, and just be done with it. All right, since it's such a hot day, I'm gonna go check on the animals again, make sure they're doing okay. Well, here's the ewes. They're doing okay. You'd think they'd eat this grass down better. Yeah, this grass out here is fairly tall. It actually looks like it's laid over a little bit. I don't think these 6 ewes that we have here can keep up with the space that we have them on. I had someone the other day ask me when I was going to get to the back of this barn and try to attack the water problem that we have, where it gets a bunch of water backed up in here when it's wet outside. You can see it's dry. It's all cracked back here. And that would probably be a good time to work on it, but I gotta get that front field, we gotta get it fenced in, we gotta get it plowed, we gotta get it planted. Like, the time is now. So this is not a priority for me right now, at least. It will be eventually, but right now I gotta continue on what our goals are for the year. So only a couple of the kittens, or maybe only one of the kittens, has a name, and that's this one. This is Spaz. He's always just crazy, and he's like, I don't know, just crazy. Yeah, this water trough's dripping over the edge just a little bit. It's actually leaking right there, as they've messed with this hose. If you get it in the right position, it won't leak. There's our boy lambs right there. You guys are about 6 months old now, aren't you? Yeah, I think you nodded yes. Or you got a fly on your head. One of the two. Well, if you notice, the sheep will be outside, but the steers and the heifers, they're in the barn. This is like the worst place for you guys to hang out. Maya, you're covered in flies. You guys should not hang out in this barn. There's too many flies in here. Hi, Ellie. Once again, water trough has been, the float valve's been moved a little bit, but this one ain't overflowing. And this one in here in the shade is the cleanest, because it doesn't get any algae or anything, I guess, in it. It's always the cleanest water trough. Hello, Maya. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? You want the top of your head rubbed? Yeah. I don't know why they hang out in this barn. I mean, I would think they'd want to hang out somewhere different than in this barn, because right now there is not a breeze in there. I mean, it's shady, but there's no breeze. It's kind of stagnant. You'd think they'd want to be out here under the trees. So whenever I get back on the corral project, I'm actually going to cut a new doorway in the west side of that barn, and that's going to allow a breeze to go through there. I think it'll be a lot nicer on the inside once we get another door cut, but that's probably a goal for next month. So I think we've had this side by side now for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, and we've probably used it every day. It's coming very handy so far. And I've got a toolbox in the back. I've been trying to put tools in it, different tools, thinking of what tools would I need to fix pretty much most of your common stuff around here, whether it's trying to fix a fence or whether you're trying to fix like a water leak or just anything, right? Just a wide variety of tools to tackle most jobs. So still working on that. And then I want to make a modification to the back on the bed to either hold different fence reels. I would like something to hold a fence reel so I can wind it up and not hold it. That thing gets heavy after a while. It'd be nice if I could have something to hold it on the bed and I can sit there and wind it up, use my other hand to help guide the line so it winds up the way I want it to. And I was thinking of making something for the passenger side, passenger area, to put fence posts. So when I go around and I pull up fence, I can pull a post out and I can put it in some kind of container, and I can just drive down the line pulling up fence posts. And it might work for putting fence posts in. I don't know if I can reach out the side of this thing and step one in. I might be able to, but I'm going to try to make some modifications to it to streamline the temporary fence. And hopefully this is something I can tackle in the next few weeks, but I've got lots of plans to try to improve this. So I figure tomorrow I'll head back out to the field. I'll start baling up all that sorghum we cut, try to make some more silage bales, and hopefully they all turn out. Let's just keep our fingers crossed, because if it's as good as what everybody says it is, like, the cattle will love that fermented feed that makes. So I might as well just go ahead and keep baling it up. I mean, it's there. Try not to let it go to waste. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.